Hi there, I'm Ollie Law. I'm the co-founder and managing director of Fix Inc. Joined here today with Martin Petts of F24. We are a consultancy based in New Zealand and Australia, and we heavily use F24 to look after our emergency notifications, crisis communications element of things. And our clients are using it daily at the moment for not just reacting to a crisis, but also how they get ready and prepare and plan and train and all that sort of stuff. Martin, tell us a little bit about yourself. What does F24 do,
Yep,
and what are you doing this side of the world?
good question. Actually, my wife is from New Zealand.
Oh yeah,
Um, actually, we're based in Christchurch, and she's from Christchurch. We came back um, to Christchurch. We tried Auckland first. This is 6 years ago now, 2019, pre-COVID. Our kids now go to the same school as my wife went to,
well,
primary school. So that's really cool. I was working for F24 in the UK. Uh, Decided we were going to move over here and try and grow the business. So yeah, that's why we came over, and that's why I'm doing it.
so in New Zealand, you've probably got quite a lot of opportunities, particularly from a natural disaster point of view, to uh, have F24 as a perfect case study of how to deal with those sorts of events. Is that what you're finding?
So F24 is a technology software company in the crisis management resilience space. So we work with companies on software that can kind of communicate very quickly in an emergency. So send out emergency notifications to your staff to mobilize a response to an incident or to check they're safe, for example.
Mm.
We also then can help our clients with managing a crisis. So that's giving people checklists of tasks they need to do in a certain scenario, or enabling them to collaborate and work together on a response. Maybe they've not done an exercise in 3 years on a specific scenario. Our system can help guide them through that response, even if they haven't practiced that recently. So yeah, in New Zealand, our focus and where we're getting a lot of interest is from organizations that do have to respond in emergencies. So where they've had incidents in the past, and they see the benefit of having systems in place to mobilize their response to help the public, or to respond to an incident that really needs a quick, managed, structured response.
And so you've got quite a clear reason to why a public-facing organisation would use F24. What about a private company? Why would they use it? What would they use it for?
Yeah, so we have some some large well, private companies and public companies, organizations, but it's really helpful if you want to respond to an incident quickly. So that might be if it's an incident where your staff might be unsafe. So
Mm.
a weather event, extreme weather event, terrorism, um, whatever it might be, you can send messages out very quickly to all your staff and say, "Are you safe? Do you need help?" Um, and manage that kind of communication very quickly. You can also, when you're trying to safeguard brand reputation or safeguard lives, speed is of the essence. You
Yeah.
you, you need to be getting on to responding to that, mobilizing a response as quickly as possible, and technology just helps with that speed, that response.
So someone like an airline would utilise this quite heavily, right? Because they've
Yeah.
got staff all around the country or the world even,
Yep.
and this is going to help them communicate between one another. If you,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Absolutely. And also, it's business impact. So if there's a big weather event, and you've had to, an airport's out of action, or you had to ground a couple of planes, everything gets out of sync, and you've got to manage that situation. Again, having that communication, if normal communications or IT systems are knocked out, then you've got another parallel out of band, a lot of organizations will call it, system that is running in the cloud that you can still rely on in an incident, in an emergency.
so my understanding is F24 is it's from Europe originally,
Yep, German company. Yep.
German company, about 20 years,
25. We were
25 as
founded
well.
in the year 2000, so
Yeah,
25 years
25.
now. Yeah.
and yeah, obviously you're sort of growing its presence here in Oceania and
Yep.
a little bit of Malaysia, is my understanding. What's your plans for this year, for 2025, for New Zealand then?
So we're really focusing on kind of the council, government sector, and actually aviation quite heavily in New Zealand. So speaking to several organisations in those two sectors, and it really makes sense for us to focus on. I mean, we're a very horizontal product, so that means we go across many different industries. But it really makes sense to focus on one or two first, because then we get case studies, we get kind of referrals to other organizations when people are using us and hopefully happy with our service. They'll recommend us to other organizations in the same space, and that is really starting to happen for us in New Zealand now. So that momentum is really building for us, so it's really exciting.
And is it a sort of subscription model or
Yep.
enterprise? How does that kind of work?
Yeah, so it's a subscription model. So our customers, we will literally pay for it per year or per month, however they want to sign up. There's a little bit of a cost for training and onboarding, which we obviously do training on the software and help set up the software, which is usually quite a quick and painless setup. We can usually set up the tool in, depending on what they need, but a week to a month, depending on complexity of the installation, of the implementation, I should say, and then the customer's up and running with the software.
Cool. Well, appreciate the rundown.
Yep.
Exciting year
Thanks very
ahead.
much.
Definitely, yeah, as we're seeing, clients are certainly seeing the value in it almost immediately, because most of them don't have something in place, or they have a tool that isn't as reliable, as we've seen with some that have gone down. So yeah, exciting to see where F24 goes this year.
Perfect. Thanks, Ollie.
Cool.